Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay. So today's topic will be on a specific item that you guys think you cannot live without. An item that doesn't require any sort of power, is not related to technology at all. So it could be anything from like socks to like a chair. So like any item that you think you cannot live without that does not use technology. So I will start us off. I will go ahead and say that I cannot live without underwear. Underwear is cool.
You can definitely, you can technically live without underwear.
No, you cannot.
But not
live
Uche.
without
Uche
underwear.
can't though. Uche cannot.
I cannot live without underwear. That's a must-have. Okay, free balling it, sure, people do it. Commando, whatever. But my balls need to be kept tight.
Where is Alan?
And just like protected. I feel I have the extra layer of security with underwear versus no underwear.
Okay. So you're fine without pants, but
Oh yeah,
like
I can walk around with
no
underwear,
pants is
no
okay,
problem. That's
but-
perfectly fine. Yes.
Okay, wait, no. When you say underwear, are we talking what? Boxers, boxer briefs,
Boxer briefs. Those are more
tighty
snug.
whiteys.
No. Oh God, no. I'm a man of class, culture, and sophistication. Okay, boxer briefs are the way to go.
Interesting.
It's tighter. It's more snug, and it's not tighty whities.
Yeah. All right, what's your go-to brand? You like that Hanes?
Oh,
there we go.
Hell yeah. I'm on the Hanes brand.
So you don't think you could live without underwear?
Yes.
Dang, okay. I mean,
Interesting. I was
Does
not expecting
anyone
that.
know the history of underwear? Like, when was it like kind of first popularized?
I will look this up.
Right, because I'm just thinking like
I'm
basically
excited.
that means Uche could not exist pre that day
Exactly. Yep.
on the world. Like literally, if he showed up, he'd just be like, "Take me back."
I mean, it's funny 'cause I'm
Back
thinking
in.
like, what did Adam and Eve have? If nothing else, they had their underwear. right?
Exactly. Thank you. Even the Bible had underwear. Okay.
The loincloth is considered the first and simplest form of underwear.
Thank you.
Loincloth.
They
And
couldn't
it dates
live
back
without
to the
underwear.
Egyptians, the ancient Greeks, and Romans.
Okay.
And, it was generally invented in warmer climates, and it was often the only clothing worn.
Exactly. See, when I sweat, it gets nasty. So underwear, keeps all that in. It just like absorbs the juices that flow.
Right. So what's wrong with like pants? I guess with pants, it's just
If
like,
you're wearing pants and you sweat, people can see that. With underwear, it conceals it, right? It
Mhm.
keeps the wetness or the stains.
Really? So if you're not wearing pants and only underwear, you're saying people aren't going to see the sweat?
But it's underwear. You think about it. Underwear is
It's
like
not under anything, so it's just wear.
And more formally, I guess it's the loincloth. is
sure, yeah. That's my item.
Interesting.
Okay, I don't need your judgment.
Yeah. Do you feel like are all boxer? Is there a certain material that you like, or are all boxer briefs usually some kind of cotton blend?
Yeah, some kind of cotton blend.
Okay.
It's just the comfortable ones, the super absorbent ones. Obviously, it's like 2-ply versus 1-ply. We want to get 2-ply.
Wait, so you put on two pieces of underwear? Is that what you're telling me? You 2-ply it?
No, I put on one, but the
Okay.
material is sturdy. It's not one of those, thin, shitty material underwear. You gotta get
How much would you be willing to pay for a single pair? Of
$50.
$50 for a single pair.
It's like a pair of pants.
Oh
You
wow.
pay $50 for a
Dude,
pair.
I don't pay that much for pants.
Oh, you pay
I mean,
more. I got
you don't pay that much for underwear, but like
No, of
you
course
would be
not.
willing to. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And so like it's if underwear suddenly went scarce, you know how like toilet paper became scarce during the pandemic. So if like underwear went scarce and you had to pay $50 for it, you'd do it.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
I don't know if I would.
It's because like you could wear underwear and lounge around the house. That's the thing. It's like wearing a pair of shorts. You can. It's just the comfortable feeling I get with underwear on. I'm wearing underwear right now without pants, by the way.
Oh.
Shocking.
I don't want to stand up, but yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Did your underwear usually have like designs or anything, or is it just like solid
No,
color?
I go for the grays. Sometimes I go a little, out there. I get a red.
Ooh, bold.
I go bold, yeah. But I stay with the classics.
Okay. No white.
Bad.
Oh no! I don't want people seeing them. Never mind.
I mean, wouldn't you wear pants anyway?
Don't worry about it.
Uche goes outside to get the newspaper just in his underwear.
Yeah, if I get wet, you
Okay, have you-
expose some things.
When you play football, did you ever have to wear a jock strap?
God no. What? God no.
Oh, really?
Jock straps. I think people wore them because it just like it gave you more freedom, like when you were doing like activity, dynamic movements. But like, they came out with there's a super tight. What do you call them? Under Armour was like the
like those
casual
compression.
name. Yeah, compression tights. Those are basically the same thing because it doesn't like have the. It's like it still gives you that freedom, but it's not as dense and it's not as like I don't know in the way. Yeah,
What
constricting.
exactly is a jockstrap?
It's basically like a thong, but not really. It just covers your balls and your penis, and that's it.
So it's supposed to be like body armor, but like very flimsy body armor.
Not even close to body armor. It's like a leaf,
Opposite.
but like with strings.
So what exactly is the purpose?
It's just to cover your balls.
Is this worn in conjunction with underwear or?
No, you
To replace underwear?
previously
in
it
place.
was it was in place of underwear.
Okay.
Because underwear is too constricting when you're moving like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
But
gave
instead,
like,
you have the what is it called? Compression underwear or whatever it's called.
compression tights or
Compression
shorts.
tights.
Yeah,
Okay.
just replace it completely.
Yeah, I've seen people wear compression tights. Like, pretty sure
I mean, I wore
it
those
was
all throughout
soccer,
football.
cross country.
So that's what everybody wears nowadays. All the
Yeah.
athletes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. All right. Well,
So-
okay, thank you for sharing. Or does anybody else want to have any other comments about this?
I did want to add some
Okay.
context. The modern men's underwear, both the briefs and boxers, were invented in the 1930s. So it's like a pretty new concept.
In the U.S. or
Well, I mean, they were invented in the U.S., but
So what did they wear before?
like I'm seeing like a mix of things. There's
Loincloth.
something. I mean,
what,
yeah, so
like,
far before.
describe
But,
it though. Like, what does it look like?
like one was like the union suit, which is like a one piece, and those are the ones that have like a flap at the back for you.
Yeah, I
like,
remember
when you
those.
use the restroom, you know.
Okay.
oh,
And long johns.
I'd like to say,
long
I'd like to
john.
say that Chinese underwear is the flap that opens from the back.
Well, maybe
okay.
maybe the Americans stole that idea from
There's
Chinese.
Wouldn't
there's
be a first.
differences. The Chinese underwear is superior for small children.
Oh, okay.
The jockstrap was invented in 1874. If you wanted to know, so it's older than modern underwear.
That's like the Victorian era. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You should show them a picture of what the jockstrap looks like, Justin.
Do I have to?
So they have context. I mean,
I think everyone can look it up for
Yo,
themselves.
it's always nice to have visual. It's
Yeah,
always nice
you-
to have visual.
you want to see, you want to know, you want people to see what we're talking.
This is your topic. We should pull it up.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be.
Or you can give us a personal demonstration.
Oh, I mean, I could.
No.
Oh yeah, that's some. That's some spicy. Let me share my screen.
All right, take a look.
Let me share the right screen. Give me a second.
Careful.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to expose myself. Oh, this is the right screen. Okay, here we go. You guys like what you? That's the wrong screen. That's YouTube.
No. We see it. I see
Yeah.
jock
Seeing it.
straps.
Yeah, we see it.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
And
Huh.
Why would you wear such a thing?
Yeah, I don't get the point.
Yeah, it was just to give free. Oh God, I should not be
Yeah,
scrolling. I should not be scrolling any lower.
No, yeah, it basically looks like underwear, except they cut out some of the other parts of it. You know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
There's. Why would you wear this? I don't.
Well, no. So yeah, I mean, like you need some sort of underwear to like sort of contain the sweat, and which is why this is Uche's sort of necessary item. But like, if you don't need like all that fabric, so I feel like this is like the minimal
It's more
amount of
freeing.
fabric you need to like
Right.
contain the sweat.
Saving.
Well, do you want to know the original reason it was invented?
What?
Sure.
It was invented to support bicycle jockeys during when they rode the cobblestone streets of Boston. So that's why it's called a jock strap.
Ah.
You can see that Danny Amendola in this picture is wearing a jock strap.
I see. You can see it. I see.
You can see it.
Oh, because you can see his skin.
Yeah, you can see the little strap under his cheeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Very tight
Okay.
fit.
I love how that's one of the suggested searches.
Yeah, I mean, it was not my decision. It was, just going with the flow. All right, I'm done with this one.
All right, who's
Oh,
next?
God.
Well, thank you very much for sharing, Uche. That was
No worries.
So,
That was interesting. I did not expect that.
just going back to kind of the topic, as in like kind of the statement of it. It seems like, well, I can conceive of a world where Uche lives without underwear. So I feel like it's just kind of perhaps
Personal
It-
preference.
it almost seems like the topic is kind of like an item that you feel gives you disproportionate utility that kind of stands out from maybe what you might expect other people to have. So like, and I think Uche's underwear choice here makes a great, candidate for that, right? It's kind of something that really matters a lot to me that I expect might not matter to a lot of other people. Does that sound fair? Because because otherwise if I had to pick something like I had to have that's not technology related, I'd go with something boring like, I don't know, water, right? Like, but like folks
Fair.
understand they need water, right?
Yeah.
I think Uche would
Yeah.
probably pick water over underwear if it came down to it, but like, okay, sure. I'm just hypothesizing, but yeah. But
Yeah,
folks-
I think
yeah,
that's a fair. I think that's a fair.
That's
assumption.
definitely fair assumption. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So let's try to avoid like the life
Water and food.
necessities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Food.
But try to pick something that you feel like, hey, I don't understand why exactly I feel so strongly about this item because I don't
Does it have
see
to be
other
a
people.
physical item, Uche, or can it be like
Give me an example of non-physical item.
like if you say you need comedy? I don't know.
That's too abstract. I think we
I
should
mean-
stick to physical items.
integrity.
Yeah.
My
honest God.
I think a physical item would be ideal.
Oh, okay.
All right, I got one to share.
I.
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh,
Who was that?
That's his sister.
that was. Oh my God.
That was your sister, right?
She doesn't know this is a recording, but that's fine. Yeah. What'd you say?
All right, Ozzy.
All right, yeah, I'll go ahead then. So, yeah, I thought of mine pretty quickly when Uche asked the question. I actually wrote a whole essay about this item. Back when I took the writing everyday life class.
Oh God.
Cheating.
Wait, I love that class.
Yeah. So that's actually instantly what I thought of when you mentioned this, an everyday item that is very important to me. And for me, this item is my glasses. I guess I'll give a brief history of my glasses. So back in the 4th grade, I had terrible eyesight, and I was always squinting. I would always have to move to the front to figure out see what's on the board. And at some point, my teacher was like, "Yo, maybe you should get your eyes checked out because this seems okay. You're close to the board every time." And so then I was like, "What? There's probably nothing wrong with my eyes. I don't need anything." And then I took an eye test, and then I needed to get glasses. And so then I was like, oh, damn it, I have to get glasses? I don't know. I was very upset as a kid that I needed glasses. It felt like a weakness. That was like, what? Why do I have to you know, spoil my face with glasses. Just
You're afraid all the kids would bully you if you
I feel
Yeah, I
like
don't
you
know.
didn't
glasses.
spoil it. It was like the opposite direction. It made
Right,
it
right.
better.
No, but see, that's exactly right. Yeah, because like, you know, after a while, I realized that like glasses just became a part of my face. Like it's just like a
That's
core
true.
element, I think, of Osmond. You know, it's like, you know, and then like later on in a few
Feel
years,
that.
people were getting like contacts and stuff, and everybody's like, "Yo, Ozzy, are you gonna get contacts?" I feel like, you know, that's just what everybody got, right? I feel like everybody, like a lot of people have really bad eyes, and you know, most people have contacts. But then I like, you know, I like thought about it, and I like looked at myself without glasses in the mirror. And I just like, I didn't like the way I looked.
Don't take
'Cause I
them
just,
off.
it just seemed like I wasn't looking at myself anymore. And so, you know, I just became like committed to glasses, and I think I'll live the rest of my life with glasses because I think it's sort of a part of my look, a part of my identity. Yeah, and then yeah, I wrote this essay about my glasses in that FWIS class, Writing Everyday Life. And so yeah, I don't know, writing 5 pages about my glasses was a little difficult, but I found some stuff to talk about. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna share this because I think it's like kind of funny, but yeah, I was sort of like waxing poetic sometimes in that little essay. Like I was describing like how, you know, glasses are, it's always something, there's something that I'm always looking through but never looking at, right? It's sort of like the pinnacle of everyday life,
Oh
right?
my
Like,
God.
everyday life is like, you know, you're sort of living in it, but to really like fully experience it, sometimes you have to take a step back, you know, take your glasses off and really look at them, right?
Wow.
This man's a
Wow.
comedian.
Man, this man spun a lot of BS.
How long did it take for you to write that?
Oh boy, yeah, I don't know. Back freshman year in that class, I took so long to write all of my essays. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Imagine.
kind of remember that. You
Yeah.
were saying, yeah. Now that you bring it up, it's like, oh gosh, it's still going.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I found that like later on, I got a little bit. I don't know. The words came a little bit easier. I think in that class in particular, I struggled sometimes with like coming up with material that I thought was like, I don't know, deserve space on a page. Like, I don't know, like when I'm talking about my glasses, right? It's just, it took a while for sure.
I can imagine. It's a pair of glasses.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, as far as utility goes, like, I need them to see. I need them, like, my eyes actually haven't gotten too much worse since like middle school. So like basically my prescription hasn't changed too much. So I feel like relative to some other people who wear glasses, it's actually, my eyesight actually isn't too bad. But you know, I mean, I got to drive with them. So I, you know, I watch TV, all the things. I mean, I need glasses, right, to see anything like far away. So yeah, they are very important, you know, utility wise. And then I also think just in general, they sort of speak to me as a person. So that is the utility that I get from my glasses.
Okay. I was gonna,
How many backup? You got some backup pairs?
I don't have any backup pairs actually. Yeah.
how long have you had that pair?
This pair I got, I think the summer after senior year. So it's been 2 years now.
And is it the same prescription?
I think so. It might have been a little bit different, but yeah, like
Okay.
largely the same. And then yeah, it was actually, these are like one of my first pair of like thicker frame glasses. I had like sort of thick frames in college, but yeah, and like all throughout like high school, middle school, I was like, I really like the thin frame look. But I don't know, that look has evolved. So
Oh, so you prefer the thick frames now?
right now, I like the thick frame, but you know, we'll see where that goes.
So when you started describing your glasses and how you felt about them, it occurred to me to ask you what your opinion of tattoos were.
Tattoos. I don't know. I guess the first question is, would I be willing to get one? That's sort of the question that comes to mind for me. And I think I'd be willing to get one in a spot that wasn't visible. Like
But doesn't
maybe
that defeat the purpose?
No, I mean, it's sort of visible to me, right? Like not visible to other people. It's like, you know, maybe like up on my shoulder.
Or you could cover it up easily.
Yeah,
Something on the shoulder or
Well, Okay.
or like lower back or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, your
I
butt
see.
crack.
Well, so it seems to me like, I guess the reason why I asked about tattoos is because it's kind of like, whereas with glasses, like as you described, the folks who got contacts eventually were like, I didn't want this part of my identity, right?
Mhm.
So I can like remove it, right? Get it off of me. Like you kind of became attached to this, and it's almost like I don't mind it on my face anymore. Like you could almost tattoo some glasses onto my face. That's the feeling I got. So I was like, is there? But kind of when I asked you about tattoos, so you were kind of like, well, I'm not sure. I probably want to put it somewhere where I can kind of easily cover it up. And to me, my reaction is maybe that's just because you haven't, nothing's come to your mind yet to where you're like, I really feel comfortable with this being part of my identity. So like during that phase where I'm like still trying to kind of like interview it or like kind of test it out, I want the flexibility to maybe like
Yeah.
cover it up. Right?
So I think one thing with my glasses is that I was like, it was sort of forced upon me, right? Like back in the 4th grade, I didn't want glasses. I like was really upset that like I was going the way of my parents and my sister, that like my eyesight was also bad. Like, this is just, I didn't want glasses, right? But then I was forced to have them. And a few years later, when I reflected on it and like people were getting contacts, I was like, no, I want my glasses.
So what you're telling me is if I forcibly gave you a tattoo in a couple of years' time, you would embrace it.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah. So don't get any ideas though.
So at the moment, if you had to pick one thing to tattoo onto yourself, let's put it on your forearm. What would it be?
What would it be? Huh?
Yeah, we should have that be another topic someday, maybe.
Yeah, that's an interesting question.
Glasses.
My spare.
Yeah, then you can get contacts and still keep your glasses on your
It's like he
forearm.
just puts it on his face. He's like, oh, I can see.
Oh no, wait. He tattoos the glasses onto his face and he gets contacts.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind glasses. I wouldn't mind something referring to my parents. Maybe like, I'm not sure about like their birthday or their name. I'm not sure what would be tasteful, but something with regards to my parents. Also glasses also seems like a nice idea.
A banana on your chest.
Oh, a banana.
Wait, do you still have that
A
shirt?
banana right there on the left back.
Oh, which shirt? Oh, the banana. I do have that shirt.
Yes, the famous
Yes,
banana.
yes, yes. It's got like a couple holes in it
Banana.
though, so like I sort of just.
I need to reorder a new banana shirt. Keep the dream alive.
Wait, you had one, Uche?
No, it was Osmond's banana shirt.
Oh, okay.
Uche bought it for him, right?
Yeah, I did
did.
buy the
You
banana
did?
shirt.
That was an awesome gift, Uche. So.
Wait, what was it for your birthday? Or
I don't remember. I think it might have been for Christmas. I think this was like Christmas.
Oh, it was for Christmas.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
forget.
that year I did eat a lot of bananas, but then Siebel fruit upped their game, and so I started eating other fruits.
Oh, he ate so many berries. Oh, gross.
I did start eating a lot of berries.
berries
Because
are
no,
good.
I remember. I distinctly remember freshman year. I thought all of their fruit was garbage, so I had to eat a banana every day. I wanted to get my fruit.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Maybe
something
yeah,
about
banana.
Osmond's glasses. That like he said. I remember you talking about like you couldn't imagine seeing yourself without glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'd look through the mirror and you're like, this is Osmond with glasses. And then you take it off, like, this is not Osmond. And then I was like, what if your glasses was just like perpetually smudged? So like when you looked through it, you thought that was you, but that really wasn't you. Like what if like when he didn't have glasses, that was like the real Osmond, but he put it on and it just looked like completely different. Smudge on it.
And I mean, I feel like that sort of touches on the question of like maybe I should get contacts, and like I think maybe now I've actually drifted a little bit more willing to get contacts than I was maybe back in high school or something. Because I think I do realize that like after some amount of time I'll get used to it, right? I'll get used to the look without glasses. But I don't know. That day will be far. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I should think about, change my
Okay,
perspective.
put it back on. Scary.
Yeah, that whole essay I wrote was about like perspective, like your perspective on the everyday life.
Looking through it and not looking at it. Oh,
Oh
my god.
Oh my god, that is so
This
bad.
man.
That's funny.
So are you excited about advances in glasses technology? The Google Glass.
The
Really
What
Google
advancements do they
Glasses.
have?
the Google Glass was like a big thing at one point, or it was going to be a big thing until they canceled it.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean,
Like, would you ever want a glass where you can just like zoom in like a
That would be lit.
That'd be pretty
Absolutely.
Yeah, Osmond, you would, because you've thought so introspectively about glasses, you would be the first one to try out like I don't know, tech glasses in the future.
yeah, I wouldn't mind it. I really haven't thought about it too much. But
become a tech reviewer, get those new glasses, and write that same phrase about looking through glasses. Stuff.
yeah, the only problem I have with it is that like, glasses break. It's sort of like it's been a struggle, I think, like for the glasses that I own. Like I would like play basketball in my glasses and they would just break. And so to make them even more expensive and valuable, it's sort of, I don't know.
Goggles.
Well,
right?
what if they were
You
made
have
for-
those goggles?
I do now have the goggles. Yeah, I do now have the goggles.
Hmm.
I actually haven't had a
Okay.
problem over the last few years with breaking my glasses.
Yeah.
Because I
You
just
ever
don't-
lost your glasses in the pool? I've done that before.
Not in the pool, but
What?
I did lose them in a river in Austin.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
rough.
so there was this bridge in Austin like that crossed this river, and my friends and I we like jumped off the bridge. It wasn't like off the top of the bridge, but it was like there was like some arches underneath the bridge, and so we were actually
Yeah.
kayaking, and then we like
Yeah.
climbed up these arches, and we thought it was a good idea to jump off the bridge.
Thought it was a
and,
good idea.
And you jumped with your glasses
I
on your
jumped with
face.
my glasses on my face. Yeah.
You
it
wouldn't
was
want to leave
smart,
them
man.
behind either, right?
Well, I could have left them like with my friend on the kayak, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or held it in your hand.
Or held it on my hand as I jumped. That could have been fine. But like, yeah, the jump was like so high. It was at least like 20 feet. The jump was so high that like I didn't think about it because like my whole strategy was like, okay, I'm just gonna jump and not think.
There you go. That makes sense. It makes perfect
Well,
sense.
that kind of speaks to how the glasses are a part of you. They're
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
It's like the
yeah.
last thing I would think about. I just like they're just there. I mean, they're part of my face. So yeah.
I feel that, Ozzy. That people
Yeah.
always say, wait, why don't you get contacts? I'm like, I don't know. Well, there's one, they seem like pretty inconvenient. I know people always talk about, oh, my contacts fell out, and it seems like a hassle to like put them in your eye. I don't know. It just seems like really uncomfortable. Then also like, I don't know, when I take out my glasses and I look in the mirror, I'm like, who is this person?
He's
Yeah, I
a
guess.
monster.
I feel that.
I can imagine Melis without glasses more so than I can imagine Osmond without glasses.
Hey, Mel, take your glasses off.
Are you ready? I don't think you're ready.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely like I'm used to Melis with the glasses. I think it's
yeah, that's
definitely-
hard.
It's
That's
what I'm
gonna be
familiar with. It just looks like he's about to go to sleep. He takes.
Yeah, which is one of the few
now
times
it
of
looks
the
like
day
you're
when I
ready
take
for the
them off.
day.
I mean, when else do you take them off? When you sleep, when you shower, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, David, you wore contacts in college, right? 'Cause I remember you not wearing glasses. You
I always
always
wear
wore
glasses.
glasses? Okay, then I'm blind.
Oh, that means you just
You
didn't
need
always
glasses,
need them.
Uche.
So
I
I'm
need,
the same.
I need glasses.
Yeah.
I thought he didn't wear glasses.
Did you just not need them all the time? Because I do remember times when you're not wearing glasses.
What? I always wear glasses.
No.
It's about to
I
go to
remember-
sleep.
I remember David. not wearing glasses.
Yeah,
I know,
that's what
right?
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I remember there's instances.
Okay, David,
where-
take off your glasses. Maybe this will jog my memory. Okay, yeah, he always wore glasses. You're right. That did not look like David at all. What?
So who was it? Alan? No, Alan.
Yeah, that was not David.
No.
It was someone else.
All right,
Who was it
we're
then?
running a little behind on time, so I want to move on to the next one. Anybody else like to share?
Or I'll go for it.
Okay.
The one that came to my mind was, I guess people have different names for it, but the blanket, sleeping with a blanket. Like I need to be covered. Otherwise,
Oh.
Are we
I
talking
can't
like
sleep.
a?
Are you
Like,
talking about
a
comforter?
sheet
or like
or
a
a
sheet?
comforter?
Yeah.
so I don't know what
Is it
People
thick or
like-
thin?
it can be thin, but like it can't be too thin to where I feel like I'm not covered.
No.
No.
So he's talking about a comforter. It's like,
Yeah, that sounds like a
like
comforter.
Chinese
but-
people always use comforters.
I think he's just thinking about blankets, right? Like the concept.
It can
guess
be a
they-
sleeping bag. It can be a sleeping bag. That's
Yeah.
how I slept junior year. On the
Okay,
couch.
but it's not like the thing behind Melis. It's not like a quilt. It's like it's thinner than that.
It can be that. It just needs to be
Can be.
something.
Oh, you need
above a
something
min-
to cover you. Okay,
Yes,
period.
it's not
okay.
a temperature. It's not a temperature thing. Like it can be the perfect temperature without the covering, but I just won't be able to fall asleep.
I mean,
It's
I
just
agree
feel
with that
exposed.
100%.
Blanket.
I feel that 100%.
Like,
Even if it's hot in my room, I will have a blanket on me.
yeah, exactly, right? Like
Even
I
if
will
it's like-
turn the AC down and then put the blanket on, and then I'll go to sleep. But otherwise, I just can't fall asleep.
That is true.
Like I don't know when this happened, but like obviously I need sleep. So like I could have said sleep, but really the physical thing that enables the sleep is this blanket. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
Ah.
without this blanket, I would not be able to sleep and I'd be dead. So I think this is a pretty
I'd be
important
dead.
item. Because as Uche said, right, sleep
Oh
is an
my God.
important, it's an essential, it's a need, not a want.
Need, not a want. I don't see why that's an issue. It's a
No.
need.
9 hours of sleep is a need. That's what it was. 9 hours.
Yeah,
Blanket.
you need
That was
it.
a great answer. I like that one. Did you ever carry a blanket around when you were younger? I'm
I
thinking
don't
Linus
think so. I mean, I think I had a phase where there was all those superhero things. I use it as a cape, but like, that was very short lived because like I would get yelled at. I say, "You're making it dirty. Like, you want to wash this?" It's like, I don't know how to use a washing machine.
I feel like that always comes from just the fact that like your parents always cover you when you're young, right? It's like potty training. They tell you just poop on the toilet. It's like if you want to sleep, you sleep with a cover.
Mhm.
It's like the same thing, I think.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. They
It's
were
like the
saying,
exact same
"Oh, you'll
thing.
catch a cold if you don't," right? Something like
For
that.
sure.
Do you ever feel the need when you're sleeping to kick your blankets off a bit? Like,
If you get a little too hot, like your feet,
Yeah.
I kick off my feet sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, over time, just kind of out of practicality is concerned, like I don't know. I don't think about it too much. I just do whatever is comfortable these days. But I just know I just can't get to sleep if I don't have something covering.
mm,
It's
So at Rice, did you have like a specific like set of sheets that you brought from home that like
No,
you had
no,
to use, or
no,
you just
no.
bought some new sheets?
no, I was told the mattress size was not standard, so I bought the set of stuff, and that worked fine, right? Like I'm not picky in the sense that pretty much anything will do, but
Gotcha.
it can't be just like clothes. Like sometimes I try sleeping with just clothes on. It actually feels cold, like my lower back for some reason. Like it just feels super exposed, and like I'll wake up in the middle of the night feeling really cold. Like the rest of my body will be hot, but like that part I just feel really uncomfortable. Like I don't know how much of it's real, how much is just up in my head, but like this is just kind of the result I feel with like if I don't have something covering, like I can't get to sleep.
Interesting. Yeah, because there are a lot of different types of blankets, right? I think there's like, for like a formal bed, you have your comforter, right? But for some people, they don't like get the whole like rigmarole of like a flat sheet and then a comforter. Some people just like sleep with like a quilt, or I think what I showed on the screen just now was like what was I would call like a normal blanket. And
Yeah, that just looked like a blanket.
and Kevin can sleep with any of them. It just needs to be covered. Huh?
Oh, you guys call it comforters? I call it quilts.
That's a different thing though, right?
Yeah, a
That's
quilt I
thing.
think is a little bit different. It's
I
like
call
This
whatever
is-
that comes with the set a quilt.
oh no,
like,
under the set is a comforter in my
like
eyes.
this-
No, it's a quilt. That's a quilt.
I mean,
This
these
is
are
a
just
comforter.
names. These are just
Yeah, they're
names,
just
right?
obviously-
Like
Yeah.
you all
I think
talking
they-
about
I
the
think
same
they mean
thing.
the same thing in this context.
You're all wrong.
I think a
but yes.
quilt is something different though.
Which is what? What is a quilt?
I don't know. A quilt is like it has like patches. It's sewn. It's like,
Yeah, a comforter is also sewn. You see
But
the
it's like
stitches
a comforter
that
is
have
not
the
like-
design?
comforter has fluff, whereas a
I
quilt
disagree.
can just be like a single layer of fabric.
I've never known the difference.
Yeah, I feel like quilts are more like blankets. But yeah, but like what Ozzy's saying, comforters have
I agree with
fluff.
Ozzy. They're two completely different things.
the fluff. The fluff.
There's fluff.
Wait, Kevin, do you wear PJs when you go to bed?
Ooh, that depends on the temperature.
Oh, okay, that's
Because
a temperature thing.
yeah, it's more common in the winter months because like I don't know, it's just like past a certain thickness, I feel like just like layering more on top, like the sheets and stuff, like it just doesn't do the trick anymore. Like it's not tight enough, like to keep the heat. So I'll wear like some clothes underneath, like you can call them PJs or whatever, but not in the summer because like and the temperature. Yeah, that's the temperature.
Yeah, what if this is like an innate like protection thing, you know, like when you're sleeping, you're like at your most vulnerable. And so sort of like animalistically, you want to be protected and covered. Right?
The
If you want to
security blanket.
psychoanalyze it, you're welcome to.
The security
I never thought
blanket.
about it that. I guess maybe there's some merit to that. I had a lot of trouble with nightmares when I was younger, but I
Oh,
don't.
wow.
I don't see how. I suppose. Yeah, I don't see how. Like my behavior with the blanket, we'll call it, hasn't really changed, even though the nightmares have disappeared.
Mhm.
So again, you're welcome to psychoanalyze it. Like I don't mind. It's just I don't really have an opinion in that regard.
Mhm.
Interesting.
No, just a thought.
Okay. Good.
Very interesting for
Good
sure.
item.
Yeah, good item. Such an everyday
All
item.
right. Who's next?
I'm still thinking.
David? Justin?
I'm still thinking.
I guess
Justin?
I'll go. Okay, so when you said the topic and we clarified the topic, I had to think of like what are some items I would like immediately go out and buy if I ran out or they broke or whatever.
Toilet paper.
That one was like too easy, right? It had to
Yeah,
be something a little more representative of my personality. I thought of two items. First, I thought of
Model trains.
Well, first I thought a belt. And second,
Thought
I
about
thought
that too.
coffee.
Oh.
And I haven't
Oh.
thought of any more, so those are going to be my two answers. So
Okay.
a belt, the belt one is actually very meaningful to me because I feel like men's pant sizes don't really work very well on me, or like the typical fitting of men's
I
pants.
feel you. I feel
Everybody
you.
says
Because I have,
that.
like-
Everybody says that. It's
Well,
crazy.
Yeah, okay, but for me the particular problem is that like I have like really big thighs, right? But I don't have like a big waist.
I feel you on that one.
So yeah, like I have
I
to buy
can
like
feel you.
I have to buy like a size 34 waist size pants, right? But like I don't have a 34-inch waist. So I always need a belt. And if I don't have a belt, like it's like a crippling problem. So
It's
like
a crippling problem.
I remember like, and the bizarre thing is I only have one belt, which is terrible. And it's really wearing down.
Wait, you're saying the belt is terrible, or it's terrible that you only have one?
It's terrible that I only have one because like I
Okay.
remember back at Rice, like one day the one belt I had broke and I immediately had to go to Rice Village to buy a new one.
You didn't buy two. I
didn't buy two. I didn't buy two.
You might do.
Wait, did you buy one that was reversible? It's like a 2-in-1.
Oh yeah,
yeah, so
absolutely.
technically, in that
one
range,
side is black and the other is
sure.
brown. Yeah,
Yeah, I have that.
It's versatile.
I have one.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, like I immediately like that day after class had to go out and buy one because like my pants were just falling down. You know, it's like a huge problem. You know.
I agree.
Um,
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you know, a good belt is also like a big part of like semi-formal or formal dress wear. So I think it's important to have a good belt. But yeah, I definitely need to invest more money in belts because I have not been expanding my inventory.
Yeah,
So that's
something
one-
that's so essential.
Important item. Yeah, another, and then coffee. Like, coffee is like the only food item that I will like go out on a weekday after work to get if I run out of it like immediately because I can't go a day without coffee. Which you know, I guess it's an addiction, but whatever. It is what it
Okay.
is.
So 2 questions. When did you start drinking coffee, and when did you start wearing the belt?
Well, I started drinking coffee during my second internship in college.
Oh, so pretty
That
late.
must
I
have been a
was-
rough internship.
I mean, like, yeah, it was the commute was longer, so I was getting up earlier, and because they had half-day Fridays, the remaining 4 days were longer. So I got there, like, I was at the office by 7:30, which means I was getting up at 6 something. So yeah, I was dead tired every day, and they had free coffee, and you know, I started off with like coffee and creamer, and then I graduated to black coffee, which is a transition that I'm very proud of. And now I only drink black coffee. And
You're not
I have-
a man.
Multiple bags of coffee in the house. I have like the cheap everyday coffee for work days, which is just like a Starbucks Pike Place roast, which is like their medium roast. And then I have a couple of like these fancy bags of coffee. You know, splurge a little, get like a little nice bag of like some exotic coffee, some Puerto Rican coffee. Sometimes I buy like some of the more expensive brands at the grocery store.
Wait, are these
I
instant
have a
coffee?
question.
No, it's just coffee grounds, and I have a coffee maker. Oh, I also have a French press, which has been also a great development. Another great item.
Oh my god.
Like
I
a
was
really
gonna
great
ask
way to
how many formats of coffee do you have?
like
like-
formats.
Drip coffee, espresso press.
So yeah, I have
a mocha
drip,
pot.
a basic Mr. Coffee machine that makes drip coffee, whatever. I use that before I go to work, make coffee, take it with me to work. I don't drink the office coffee because they do it wrong. So I actually make my own coffee in the morning and bring it with me to the office. And then I have
Can't
on the
you
weekends,
get your own coffee maker then? Just make your own coffee at work.
I
guess it doesn't matter
Yes,
these
that would
days.
just. I feel like people would look at me weird if I brought
No,
in my
they
own
would.
coffee
They
maker.
They would look at you like a coffee snob.
They would. And I don't know if I want that reputation. And then I have a French press, which I usually use on the weekends because it's more time consuming. But that's where like you boil water and then you put the grounds in the French press and you pour the water in and then you just let it sit for a little bit and then you like press the grounds out with the filter. And that's like, I don't know if that's technically espresso, but it's much stronger than drip coffee.
Get a mocha pot. It makes really strong coffee.
We actually do have a mocha pot, but I haven't learned how to use it.
What? How?
Yeah.
It's you put coffee in, you tap it down, you screw on the bottom. Oh, you fill it with water and then you screw it on. And
Okay. I will try it.
Sounds like a lot of
I will
steps,
try
David.
I'll have to watch a
one
YouTube
button
video.
minimum. One
It
step
has to
minimum.
be instant coffee, or you're
maximum.
not doing it right.
Yeah.
If I
Dude,
drank
you've gotta-
coffee, the mocha pot would be my preferred way of making the coffee.
Okay, that's a strong endorsement. I'll try it next time I'm making coffee at home.
So one more thing about the coffee, the way you described your kind of introduction to it, it sounded like a practical need. You wanted it to stimulate yourself. So is this a habit or a kind of
It is a
preference?
compulsive, crippling addiction.
Well, so I'm just saying, like, if you were to, get enough money to the point where you want to retire, is this something that you would just say, hey, no, it served its purpose, it's gone, or you're like, I'm keeping it just because I like coffee now?
No, I really do enjoy the taste of coffee. I think it's really fun to try different coffees and the different like flavor profiles that are out there. You can get fruity coffee or chocolatey coffee, coffee from different regions. But it's like subtle, right? It's like it's not like, oh, they put chocolate in the coffee. It's like these subtle like flavors that you can only get.
Sure.
This is what pothead sounds like.
And as you describe it that way, what came to my mind was then, well, do you feel differently about alcohol?
Well, yes, because I think caffeine generally has positive impacts on the body and your health and your mood. Well, alcohol does not.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I've never been able to get into beer or wine. Or,
not
try
at
out
all.
those things.
Okay.
Yeah, I only drink socially, and we have a ton of beer, like different fancy beers here and some wine. And
Don't you like a IPA?
I do like IPAs, but I wouldn't drink beer for the sake of it, like by myself.
Okay.
I'd always be in like
But
a
coffee,
social
you would.
context.
Coffee, you would.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, he's not an alcoholic. He's just
I just have a
coffee
caffeine
holic.
addiction, and if I don't drink coffee, I get like terrible withdrawal headaches. So
Oh wow.
wow.
not
Should
much
get
of
that
an
checked
option.
out.
Well, I mean, it's a bit of a substance addiction, but the upside is that coffee doesn't really like do anything bad to you generally.
All right, don't try cigarettes then.
Search for Coffees
Yeah.
Anonymous near you, okay?
I'm sure it's a thing, but like I feel like if you get into like the working world, it's just like the thing, right? I don't know about you guys, but I really struggle with waking up in the morning, and it's the only way I've managed to successfully do it consistently.
My solution to that is just to wake up later.
Yeah, I don't really
I'm glad you
truly
have that
wake up
liberty.
until after
You
lunch.
have that
Let's be
flexibility. I don't think
honest.
everyone does it.
Yeah,
But
you
if I
should
like
try waking up at 5:30.
Yeah, that's
If I had like a good cup of coffee, by like 9 a.m., I'm like incredibly productive. it's like a huge boost, right?
What about just going to bed earlier?
I don't know. I mean, I get like at least 7 hours of sleep a night.
And you
See, that's
And that's
Uche
not
thinks you're
enough.
about to die. You're not
That's
getting
it?
what you need.
Only 7?
That's a pretty good amount. Yeah.
I,
Yes,
I
it
get
is.
I get like 5, and I still feel productive.
Yeah, Uche needs more sleep. That is certainly like
Sleep is subjective, okay?
I don't
You
know.
know-
No. It's a need. 100%.
It's a need, yes. A subjective.
Yeah, you said it yourself, Uche.
It's not subjective. It's objective need.
Yeah. Before I jump off my coffee soapbox, I will say that a vast majority of people do coffee wrong. I've experienced so much. Like, you get free coffee from anywhere, like a waiting room or an office. It's almost always too watery. They cheap out on the grounds, and I really think we need to like improve the state of coffee in this.
Make coffee
fuck?
great again.
We do need to make coffee great.
What is happening? It's just coffee.
And just like every office coffee or a waiting room coffee or whatever I've ever had has been total trash, and it's completely avoidable.
Yeah, I had a
Okay.
coworker who always complained about the coffee in the cafeteria. He said it was like almost all the time it tasted burnt.
Yeah, look, and the Siebel coffee, dude, that shit was unbelievably bad. Yeah, I don't know what they were doing, but
It is so bad.
I feel like you're not
Oh.
putting enough milk and sugar in your coffee. That's
That's
you're
I
definitely not putting
I
it
want
up.
to taste the beans, dude.
I want to
bean
taste
water.
the milk and sugar, okay? I just want to be awake while doing it.
Amateur.
Yeah, no, if I have coffee, I've got to have milk and
dude.
You know,
sugar.
if you drink it enough, you'll
And don't drink it cold.
have
though.
it black eventually.
No,
What
but
is
see,
that
I don't
cold
want to. I don't get acquired tastes. I
I
don't
feel
want to
like-
work. I don't want to work for it to taste good. I should
But
just
it's
put
so
it in my mouth.
rewarding,
Wait,
and then you
that's
can be
why
a snob
Overwatch
about it
is
to
so
everyone
trash.
else.
You know,
Justin,
Yeah.
I
what
don't want
about
to train
cold
for
brew?
things to taste good. It should taste good. When
I don't know. I've
put it
only
in my
ever
mouth.
actually like tried the Starbucks cold brew, which I thought was okay. I've never tried making it or had it at a different coffee shop. So, yeah, I don't like buying cold coffee from places because they always cheap out by putting a shitload of ice in it.
Oh yeah, it's always
Hardly have
watered
any
down.
Yeah.
But what if you bought cold brew yourself, kept it in your or I mean, you can even make it in your French press overnight, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. But isn't
You-
it like an extra step you have to do? I don't know. I remember there
I
was
thought it
something
was just like
complicated
you
about it.
stick the coffee grounds in your French press, add water, and then just leave it overnight.
Oh. Well, in that case, yeah, I might try it.
So would you be able to make coffee without electricity?
Sure, cold brew.
You would if you had a gas stove. Yeah.
You got a gas stove.
I do not have a gas stove.
I see. Hmm.
You need energy.
You need
Doesn't have
fire.
to be
Is all you
electricity.
need.
You just need
Yeah.
fire. You don't need like I don't know like what a coffee maker actually does, but like
I mean, you just need to heat up the water, right? That's it.
Yeah, that's all.
and then just pour in like
Pour it over the grounds. That's it.
Yes.
Horrible
Over the
coffee
ground.
is good too.
And then
And then you have a filter. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I was gonna say the phrase once you go black.
Oh, Uche, I think you cut out here. Or...
Oh,
It's-
everyone just went.
It's good, but you got to get like a good black coffee. You know, you
Okay.
gotta. It can't be not even like. Don't go to Starbucks and get their black coffee because it's not good. It has to be somewhere better than that. You know,
It says my internet connection is unstable.
Yeah, I saw
We-
that too. It might have.
We can
just
still
been-
hear
Oh,
you.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
All right,
Who's next?
coffee
Down
and
to me and
bells.
David.
I'll go next.
Great. I'm still thinking.
Keys.
All right, David, what you got? Oh, keys.
Keys.
The door closes. Key.
Keys. Interesting.
Yeah, it's something that we use that like keys and the locks that go with them. They're really complex, right? There's a lot of mechanical complexity that we don't ever think about, and honestly, most people don't ever know what's going on. They just use it, and now we have this idea of keys in other parts of technology, right? On encryption keys and whatever you use on your computer, but it all started with keys. And it's interesting how people came up with this idea of a little metal piece that only fits into a lock, and how keys and locks became so important as to have their own guilds, right? So they had guilds of craftspeople who would spend their entire lives just making keys and locks. And I mean, right now we don't ever think about keys. We pick up keys when we get an apartment or a house, and we just use them day after day, and it's just it.
Or a car. But that's not as much with the lock.
Do you have any special sort of keychain?
I do, but I don't use it. I have 2 pairs of keys. I use the one without the keychain because it's less bulky.
What kind of keychain is it? Is it just like a little ring?
It's like a little kind of dongle of sorts. I don't know.
'Cause I guess I don't know. For me, like
Yes, the
keys in,
Mavericks one.
College was the Mavericks one. Yeah, I retired them since. So now my keys have gone a little bit more.
Just like the team.
Wow. What are you talking about? We made the
Roasted.
playoffs. Kevin, what do you know about basketball? God damn, Jesus.
I know the Mavericks aren't gonna make it to the finals this year.
Hey, you never know.
Oh, God.
I do.
Hey.
So what are your thoughts on like these new keyless cars? Like Adriana's car is like has one of those keys where you just have to like bring it inside the car. It's like a dongle, right? The fob, that's what the word is.
The fob, yeah, I think they're a lot easier to break into because always kind of figure out whatever signal or whatever electronic key is coded onto the fob, and you can spoof that, or you can kind of replicate it, so you can copy the key in a sense. Whereas if you had a metal key, the only way for you to copy it is to have physical possession of it. So you can't.
Well, it's sort of subjective on like which is
signals
harder.
at your house key and be able to hack it or something. So I don't have very much faith in keyless cars or whatever they are.
What's your opinion of folks who are very good at lock picking and hackers, I guess?
So apparently the 4th year graduate student in my lab who does a lot of wet lab work, he can't go into lab very often. A hobby he picked up during lockdown, picking. So, it's apparently an art to learn the different kinds of lock mechanisms and all the different strategies to deal with each one of them. So I think it's pretty cool. I think it's just as involved as making a lock, which I guess in my mind kind of makes sense. They're both very well developed. But yeah, so that's for physical keys. And then hacking, I don't really know that much. You get this kind of glorified or stylized view of hacking as people who sit at a computer and type stuff really fast and stuff comes out. But I can't really say if I actually know what it means to hack a system.
Do you remember the first key that you ever got?
Was it just a copy of your house key?
I remember there was a time I was visiting family in China, and they had this. It might not have been the first key, but it is the most memorable key because it's like a 4-pronged key instead of, I guess, 2-pronged key. It makes a cross. It's not.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah,
We had one too.
Yeah, they're crazy because they're really hard to insert into the lock, and then you have to really hard to get it to turn because it's not perfectly made or something for one reason or another.
Was that for like the door to their house, or?
Yeah, it's for their house, for their door, and I suppose it's harder because you can have 4 different sets of teeth, but it doesn't make sense. I can't remember having to insert the key in one way as opposed to in one way out of the 4 total. Like I remember being able to insert it any way and it would accept it. So
Oh wow.
I don't really know if I remembered right or wrong, because in my mind, the good thing about this is you can have 4 different sets of teeth, right? So it's much harder to make a counterfeit key or to pick the lock or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's just a lot of extra effort.
Yeah.
I
Was this key given to you? Like, and were you responsible for it?
Oh, I was like a small child, so
Yeah. So
That's
that's sort of
easy.
like like when I asked the original question, I was sort of thinking along the lines of that like everyday life class where like I'm trying to think about like, you know, like I feel like keys represent like responsibility, right?
Oh, I mean,
Like
they just gave me the key. They gave me the key if I wanted to go downstairs and go out on the street in China. So
Mhm.
I just use this key and don't lose it. Because
Exactly, right? Don't lose it because
they
it's
come in. So
like,
that was
you're
it.
responsible now for that item.
But
because,
it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal like putting on glasses for the first time and being
well,
able to.
I don't know if it's no, I mean, you know, the glasses story is sort of like it's just I mean, it is sort of a funny story, right? But yeah, I do think like I think there's something powerful about keys where like yeah, like it's sort of like with one little object, I feel like it sort of represents like the possession of space, right? Like the possession of the space of your home.
I don't
the
think.
possession of
I
your
don't think
car,
me.
right? It's
I
like
don't think
you
me
hand
as a
over
small.
the keys like as like a landlord like to somebody that's like that's the transaction, right? It's like sort of like what locks it in, like you've handed them the keys.
What locks it in?
Yeah.
Well-
I see what you did there.
But I think.
That's not funny at all.
So I just
But I think
I liked it.
you know, whenever we get our first keys or get a memorable key before we own a house, we are usually too young. And it's just another thing that you just get and they tell you not to use it. And that's the extent of its significance.
yeah, that's
But
right.
I think, you know, maybe once you buy a house or something and you're like, this is your key that you actually own, it might be a little bit different. But maybe by then you've had so many pairs of keys in your life that it's not as significant as you might think. It's just a key.
Just another key.
But they've always said that like the number of keys on your keychain determines how important you are or how much access you have at least. So I've always wanted to be able to have like a huge thing of keys in my back pocket that opens every.
Have you considered a career as a prison warden?
Wait, how much like how significant do you think the item, just the physical item of the key ring is for like keychains? Like I feel like that's really important because like people don't think about it. Just the key ring in general. Like the ring itself is what like keeps you from losing all your keys. I feel like that item is so important.
I'm really
Like,
picky about
Just
keys.
having individual keys in your pocket, it just feels wrong. Because like it also keeps the keys in order, so you know which one comes next and which one you have to flip to get into certain places. So I feel like
I'm
the
really-
key ring itself is just like
I'm picky
It's a
about
great
key
item.
rings. Yeah. I'm very picky
Fucking
about key
huge.
rings. They have to be sturdy.
they have to be.
Oh yeah, I've had some shitty.
It can't be those like
Oh my
paper
God.
clip key rings. Those are
And there's some that are like literally just like little one circle maybe, and then
it's not even a full circle. There's
Yeah.
a gap in
'Cause,
between.
you know, like
Y'all.
usually key rings are like many.
Melis,
different
don't do
circles.
it. Don't
This
do
is
it.
this is what's left of my Will Rice.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
Wait.
That's the
Where did
first
the
one
rest
we
of it
got.
go? Where is the rest of it?
I don't know.
Wow.
Wait, so do you guys have like keychains with multiple
Wait, so
key
you
rings on it?
you not only kept it, but it's on your desk.
I mean, these are my keys. This is my keychain that I have. Like,
But
this is the
where
keychain I
the
have.
Will Rice one? Where does it
That-
still live on
It's
your
just that
keychain?
tiny little corner. That's it. I don't know where the rest of it is.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. That represents, you know, your 4 years at Will Rice. You no longer have a key to Will Rice.
So like,
Oh wait, I remember I had to pay for a key that I lost freshman year.
so look at this. Tell me what you see here. These are my keys.
I
Yeah,
see.
How many
fuzzy.
key rings do you see here?
I see 3.
I need
I see
glasses.
3.
1,
Three.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I see a
7.
Will Rice lanyard.
I have 8 circular key rings on this keychain, and I have maybe 6 keys on here. I feel like I just keep adding to it.
Yeah, because a lot of times you'll get like a key and a key ring.
And it has a ring
of,
on
like,
it already.
yeah.
So I don't want to just throw it away, right? So I just put it on there for the next time.
Yeah, mine has 2 rings.
Nah, not enough rings.
See, I try to minimize it down to 1 ring.
Yeah,
I-
not
I don't like when
That's
all you
too
have is
little.
That's too
You
little.
heathens with multiple.
well, you know, if you have like if you have like a lot of keys, then it's oh, I have my keys right here.
Multiple ringers. Nah, you gotta have at least 6, or it's not a key ring. It's
Yeah, you gotta have the 7 rings, bro. That's 2.
yeah.
Right.
Have your
definitely
key
not
rings, Uche. Have your key rings arranged like the Olympics.
Yo.
Oh, that'd be cool.
one. There's some of them aren't big enough. I could do that. If you think about it, that tiny one is the circle. Ooh, let me put my face in the middle. Oh. There we go. We're Olympians out here, baby.
All right, Nellis, you've officially had 1 hour to think about your item.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still hasn't thinking about it.
I mean, I have some rough ideas, but then it's like, I feel like I can live without it.
Are you just sketching out your ideas?
Right, but it's not just about live without, right? We've rephrased it, right?
Yeah.
Kevin is like, it's about more utility for you than like
Than other people. That makes
Exactly.
it even harder.
What do you mean? That makes it easier.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You mean you could have
that's
picked
it.
Waffle House, right? Something that you love abnormally compared to like everyone else around.
Or
you,
just
right?
waffles in general.
I guess Waffle House probably doesn't run on electricity.
But I got hash browns at Waffle House.
Fellas,
not
we should go to
waffles.
Waffle House.
Well,
I got
don't you
hash
like
browns.
peanut butter? Why not just go with peanut butter?
Oh yeah, I love peanut butter. I really can't live without that. I hate it.
Oh yeah, you can't live with it.
See, the
Orange
reason I
soda.
asked about like, did it have to be a physical object? Is I was gonna say puns or like dad.
Orange
Oh.
soda.
You know, I mean-
that it has to be a physical object. So
Oh.
Just give it a physical object. You can say punch is physical. It hurts when they're mad.
hurts you.
Yeah, it does.
Puns, huh? What is you have a favorite pun?
God, of course he does.
Oh, right.
We all
I don't even know.
know. That's a
ridiculous
dumb question.
Wait, what's my favorite pun?
Shut up.
Wait,
Shut
these
up.
this isn't a pun. No. That's not. Wait, is that really a pun? I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, physical.
It's
object.
Jason.
I don't know. I was thinking bed, but I don't know. There's a couple years where like when I was at Rice where I had to throw away my bed because I had
You
bed
just
bugs.
just said bed frame.
So all I had was a air mattress. So
Oh.
obviously I lived without a bed for a couple years.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Because I was only here in the summer. You know, most times I made Rice and I have actual bed there. I don't know.
Keep thinking, Mouse.
I was thinking toilet.
I would just say plumbing.
All right, toilet,
Toilet.
bed, puns.
That's a good
All right.
Toilet seat. Can you?
But I'm talking
without
about
a
the
toilet
whole.
seat?
I'm talking about the whole structure though, because like back in Ethiopia, they'd have like just the holes,
Yeah.
and if you were really fancy, you had like just the seat. So you had a seat and a hole. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
You could just build it out of wood.
Um,
But I can see what you're
Like
saying.
the
What you're
little
getting at. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick something.
Yes, you did.
I guess I'll go with the.
What about your hat? The Mad Hatter.
The hat. That was a
Yeah.
phase. That was just
Oh,
a
really?
phase,
You're
though.
past your hat phase?
Yeah, I've stopped wearing hats since like senior year. I didn't wear any senior year. I think.
Man's not a hat man anymore.
Yeah.
Shoes?
Huh?
I feel like you're a big shoe guy.
Really? I don't know.
I just remember the one time we went out and got shoes together. And,
Yeah.
then, and you're like, I was like, no, like these are white, and you're like, no, these are dragged through the dirt white.
They were, yeah, it was. I hate Off-White. It looks bad.
These are driving through the dirt. You're actually a fool.
Yeah, do you still own a pair of black shoes?
Um,
You still got those Pumas?
no, those got ruined.
No.
No, I have like these dark gray ones. Maybe slides. I was thinking slides.
Oh, you did. You wear
I
slides a
did.
lot.
I wore slides a lot, and it was funny because I never wore slides until Rice. And I wore them religiously. Like I think I had that one pair of slides I'd wear all the time.
Yeah, you know. I
Wait,
mean,
Melis, don't you always have lotion on you?
I don't always put on lotion though. Like I've gone. My skin's breaking out a bit. So
I've gone months without lotion. I know.
yeah.
It's not good.
did you used to carry around a hair pick?
No, I didn't always have. I don't always have that. on me,
That
though.
wasn't very often, but I thought I
Yeah.
remember you having one.
What about
did.
like I don't know, toothbrush, deodorant, a razor? I don't know.
Well,
That's a
Malice
big
clearly
one.
doesn't need a razor.
Look at this dude.
Is it something you take with you to work or used to before COVID?
Your pants.
Something
my
you use at work?
my Marta pass, but that's technology.
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Your socks. Can you live without
Actually,
I
them?
mean, yeah,
I
I
was
guess
considering-
pre-COVID, my Marta pass would be pretty
I
important.
was
couldn't get
considering.
to work
I
without it.
considered saying my Metro Pass.
But isn't that
So-
technology? Like,
No, it's not.
There's
I mean,
technology
there's
in
no
it.
technology in here. It's just a magnetic
Yeah.
strip or
I
something.
feel like it
right?
sort of represents a key, right?
yeah,
The
it's
city-
basically a key.
The
yeah,
city has
right?
imparted on you a responsibility.
No, I
Exchange
paid
for
for it. yeah, right.
Well, I mean, just like you pay for keys
boy.
for like
You know, which I haven't
I
had to
think it's
pay
cool.
for like
This
the
gives
past
you-
5 months.
Access to an entire system, you know, an invisible system of buses.
Wait, your wallet. Melis, you can't go anywhere without your
Right.
wallet.
Actually, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh my god, that's right. I can't go anywhere without my wallet. You know, I'm choosing that. Good one, Uche.
Okay.
Ah,
I'll
dude,
see.
I got you.
What did
Genius.
your wallet is has like an Ethiopian design?
Oh no, I don't know what happens to that one. I think I just stopped using it because it didn't have like enough. I feel like it wasn't sturdy enough, and it didn't have enough like little like
Flats.
pockets and slats and stuff. This is the one I have right now. It's pretty plain, just like a brown leather wallet.
Mm-hmm,
What's in it? It shows the credit card numbers and everything. And the back, so I can get those 3 digits.
There's the license
Dad, look at
without
it.
without the glasses.
Oh
no,
my
glasses.
god.
Short ass hair.
Is that, wait,
Dude,
did
I
I
that's
tell you
no
to
hair.
take
Oh
off
my
your
God.
glasses?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Melis. Why does it look like you have hair on the sides of your head but not the top? Did anybody else see this? That's what I'm seeing right now.
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
That's what it looks like, right?
It does. No, yeah, it does.
Okay.
I don't know. It might have been a bad haircut.
So I'm confused. They don't make you wear your glasses in your license photo in Georgia?
no. Well,
I
Oh, because there's a glare.
took my. I think they had me take
So
mine
like
off.
they tell me to
Okay.
take mine off because
Because in Texas, I always thought they make you wear them in the photo so that when you get pulled over, they can verify if you're supposed to have glasses
Man,
on.
it's
when
on
you're
the
driving.
back of the driver's
It's on the
license.
back. It'll say
Okay.
It'll tell you. It tells you.
lenses. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
yeah. So,
Wallet.
yeah,
Tell
my
us
wallet.
about.
How old is it?
This one?
Yeah.
I
What
feel
brand?
like
What's it made of?
okay. This is
Smell it. It
some
probably
sort
smells
of
like ass.
some sort of leather. The brand is Genuine American Bison Leather.
Ooh.
Bison. Nice.
That's the
Okay.
brand?
Philosoph-
That's what it's.
Philosophical
That's what
question.
it says right there on the inside.
I have a
I
philosophical
think
question.
I bought this after I graduated because yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't have this beforehand.
Why do we make wallets out of leather? And well, why do we expect most wallets to be made out of leather?
The feeling, the texture.
I don't know if I expect it. That's what I see. I don't know if I would. I don't know if it. I really don't care about the materials. Just like you go to buy a wallet and all of them are like leather. You know?
leather's
It's
pretty.
a
Except for
history
like
question.
I think they're those like they also. I guess it looks nicer. It looks more sophisticated. I think makes me feel more like a man.
I was thinking it has like a combination of like sturdiness and flexibility, right? Because it's flexible to hold money, and then like sturdy because you just want it to like last, right? I don't know what other
feel like a professional.
I still have my rice wallet from fucking forever ago. It's still this one rice wallet with my rice ID. Has been here since I graduated.
Oh,
rice ID.
Nice.
Damn.
It's been there since I graduated.
Dude, let me show you. Wait, what I have in this little. So I have my driver's license in this little clear slot driver's license. You have seen that already.
Same.
What is this? Some sort of ticket. I don't know. Some sort of parking ticket. I don't know why I still have that in there.
It's a good opportunity. Let's watch you clean out your wallet. I'm excited.
You got the rice ID, baby.
My rice ID. This is
Let's
probably
go.
like the 6th one I had to get in my 4 years there.
Sure, you have a real close connection with it, huh?
And then a torn up Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yo, that's nice.
Wait a
dude.
minute.
Holy shit, that's so cool. Dang.
What?
You carry that around everywhere?
Yeah.
Yo.
And I got the idea from there's this YouTuber who like made this joke. He's like, where he went up to girls, he was like, "Hey, do you like guys with blue eyes?" And then he opens his wallet and takes it out. So like at some point, sometimes when we have family over, I think one of my little cousins like found my Yu-Gi-Oh cards and ripped this one up. So I was like, you know what? Let me keep this in my wallet.
Wait, so then like this is like a super rare one, right? Like does it sort of like have that holographic look to it? Or is it
I don't know
like
I don't think it's one of those super rare ones. No, this is not a holographic one.
Okay, okay.
No, it's just a plain. This is the one with like the original picture, but it's not holographic. No,
Dang.
it's not a rare one.
And you know what the other half is?
I don't. If I did, I would have taped it together.
I don't know what happened.
So I think this has like half the attack points.
I have a ID from U of H for when I was taking classes. I don't know who this guy in this photo is, but it is not me. Like this is. That's not me.
What?
Who's this dude? Why is it not?
It's not Ucha.
It's not me.
It looks like he
Yeah.
lost some weight.
I was a mushroom.
But yeah, I go everywhere with my wallet. There's been a few very bad times when I've lost it. Like I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was
In college.
freshman or sophomore year, right
Yeah.
before Christmas break, where I lost my wallet. And since I didn't have an ID, I didn't know how they were gonna let me go through the airport because I had no like ID on me.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty stressful time.
So how'd you get through?
I remember I had my mom mail me my passport, which is also
Wow.
expired.
Wow.
Which is also expired. And she also it was just the passport. So that I basically went to the airport, gave them the expired passport and my Rice ID, which I think I had that. Maybe I had that in like the Will Rice thing back when it was still pieced together. I showed them those and they're like, "Okay, we'll let you through, but we got to pat you down."
Yeah, that happened to me. That happened to me when I didn't have my
It's
ID.
nonsense.
That was such a relief. I was like, please, I just want to go home for Christmas. Otherwise, I have to stay at Rice for 2 weeks which basically they don't even let you stay on campus, right?
Yeah. Wow. That was something stressful.
Yeah,
you have any
so,
other,
so wallet's super important. You know,
You have any
keeps all
other
your
personal
stuff
items in
together.
your wallet besides the Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Not really. The other stuff, I think I have some old gift cards.
Show it to us.
I have a public storage thing for a friend of mine because he went out of state and he had to put some stuff into storage.
Is that Matt?
Let's see. What's this? This Visa gift card. I don't know if there's still money on this. I have no idea.
I can check.
Yeah. My wallet is where gift cards go to die.
Exactly.
It's great that we're helping you with your wallet clean out.
Oh, I have this. Oh, I'm putting it right back in. I don't know if
Damn it!
I have this Starbucks gift card.
We use it.
I don't know if there's anything
I
left.
can
I feel like
check.
I've used it.
Aren't you bothered?
I
by
feel like
how
I
many-
won this from somewhere because I don't
Oh,
really
it
go to
has to be
Starbucks
like a
that much.
Oh, was it RPC's?
It's not from
Elegance?
that. This is a different one. I got this
Okay.
after that.
thought it was
I
from
did
that.
use that. I remember using that because I went
Okay.
to Starbucks and got like chocolate shakes or
Was
something.
it the one that was right next to us? The one by in that hospital or the building next to us?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Chocolate shake. Wow.
See what else
Malice,
do I
aren't you
have?
bothered by how much stuff you have in your wallet? Like, isn't it huge?
It's not really that. It's not really that thick. I don't know. Like it's not really that much stuff. It's just those.
Do you keep
couple of
cash in
things.
your wallet?
I do not. I don't have cash ever. I don't carry
Oh,
cash.
really?
The only
Excellent
times
answer.
the only times I have cash is like if what are the times I actually need cash? Sometimes when I'm going to church, I like throw cash in the like donation thing. So like, but
I was
then I
saying
have to
you make it
remember
rain.
to
Yeah, you makes it
I have to
right.
remember to get cash. So like the way I get it is like I'll usually go to the store. The next time I go to the store, I buy something. I just get cash back.
Right.
You know,
Right.
just get a 20 or a couple 20s. But yeah, other than that, I never carry cash. I don't like carrying cash. I feel like I'll use it more easily. I feel like it's easier to lose. It just takes up more space. Like, I mean, it would make my wallet thicker. But
It's more liquid.
yeah, it's 2020. You know, you can pay everything via card.
The only
So
cash I
don't really see the
carry
point.
is coins in a pillowcase. So I have a pillowcase just full of coins.
That's
I don't know how much
gosh.
in there, but I just have
Bro.
You should
a
bring it to the
massive
bank.
pillowcase.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bring
you
it
gotta
to the bank. There's
yeah,
a
you
national
should.
coin shortage.
Oh, there is.
There is.
It's
Mm.
DJ's fault.
Yeah. Bring it to the bank, including the pillowcase. Walk into the bank with the pillowcase.
With the pillowcase? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
just,
fine.
just holding it.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Would they
other than
give me
my-
like cash? I'll take cash.
Oh, they
Other
just put
than
it right
my-
into my bank account when I did that. I had like $100 worth of coins when I did this. in high
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Wait, where did you keep the coins?
all sorts of random places. I had a couple
Okay.
of piggy banks. I had some like just like pencil bags.
Yeah, I have
got it.
coins in this little bag.
Yeah.
I don't even know what this bag is, but I just have coins in here. What?
I got this piggy bank I got from Dave and Buster's.
Oh, right. All right.
What was that story about the quarters, Uche?
Oh, that's. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a while.
Order's story. What's this?
What was the story? Wait, what'd you say,
Now
Kevin?
is-
I mean,
now
you
is
had
do you
a
keep Tetra in your wallet.
Oh, was this the quarters? Like the 25 quarters story?
yeah.
I had like $5 worth of quarters in my pocket, just a random moment. I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
think it was something about going to Torchies. You, like,
Torchies.
Why did
That's
you have
what
he
$5 worth of
prefaced it.
quarters?
with, but he never actually got to the part about Torchy.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I just had a bunch of quarters in my pocket.
That's
Right.
why it was.
How?
But yeah, don't
yeah,
worry
yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
So it was supposed to be a story about Torchies, but then you just talked about your quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
yeah.
that was a big meme back then.
I do remember that being a meme.
Oh,
I just
God.
had so many.
I got my MARTA pass. Oh yeah, so MARTA is the
You're trolling.
Atlanta
Choo-choo train.
transportation. Yeah, transportation system, buses and trains. It's pretty decent. I'd say it's better than Houston's. I've
There's
seen
an
other
actual
places. I
train.
imagine it's not as good as other places, but I feel like it's definitely better than Houston's in terms of like where it can go. Like,
How long is
go
your
to-
commute by MARTA in the morning?
so I will take. So I'm
'Cause it
like
come-
a 20-something minute drive from the nearest station. So
Okay.
I drive to the station.
So you go to like the Lithonia station or something like that.
Yeah, so it's Indian Creek, which is actually in the Stone Mountain area.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not even in Lithonia. Yeah, it doesn't go that far east because for some reason they don't want to expand.
Because they don't
But,
expand it enough.
but yeah, so I'll go to the Indian Creek station, which is the furthest east that the station will go. I'll go all the way west until 5 Points, which is like the central location, and then I just go to the wait, is it 5 Points? No, I go one stop past that at the CNN Center stop, and then I just walk like a couple minutes into the CNN Center. Before, when I worked at Coke, I had to go west and then go north.
Go to the Midtown
stops.
stop. Oh my god. And then walk. Oh,
And then
man.
there'd be a Coke bus that would pick us up and then take us to the
Oak
location.
bus.
Oak bus.
And it was like this red bus that would drive by. And then at
You
the
sure it
top,
wasn't white?
at the top of the bus, it actually said "Hi" up there. So like when I was in the Coke building and looking down, I could see it. I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Oh wow. Was the bus white or is it red?
Red.
Okay.
I've seen it.
And then the MARTA system was way more secure than like the Metro. Like Metro, yeah, how many times have people just walked up to the train without a card? Like you can't.
Everyone.
It's much harder to pull that because there's these doors, right, that you can't pass, like unless you're following right behind someone, which I've done
Turnstiles.
before when I was younger, like a couple of times. But like there are security officers usually that are kind of. There's at least one stationed around, and they'll usually catch someone. They'll be like, "Hey, go back and pay."
Get out of here, whippersnapper.
But yeah, I didn't really use the system that much until I started working, because I don't really live near the downtown area. So it wasn't until I started working that I constantly used the train.
All right, fellas. Duty calls for me. I got to go into lab now.
Okay.
I think
Go fix your fridge, maintain it.
This is a good time to end it, unless anybody has some last thoughts about any of these items. All right.
So it was a good topic, fun topic.
sure, for
Nice job,
sure.
Uche.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.